Wrestling 300, you already know what it is. Revolution is today. Chase Center, San Francisco, California. Starks versus Jericho opens the show. Ricky with his ribs taped, and they are starting hot, exchanging blistering strikes. Jericho takes control, working at Ricky's injured ribs. The Ocho is the best at pacing a match. He knows exactly what to do and when to do it. That is the pure experience on the biggest stages. Jericho hit a savage Death Valley driver for a close two. Jericho with a great counter to the spear with a code breaker. Not a fan of Ricky doing leapfrogs and running the ropes with hurt ribs. Makes absolutely zero sense. Ricky with a great reversal of the walls of Jericho into a single leg crab. Jericho grabs Floyd, hits Ricky, goes for the Judas effect. That gets blocked by Ricky into a Rochambeau. Good shit except for the lack of selling the ribs. Final burial match with Christian and Jack Perry. Rumors circulating Christian headed back to WWE to finish out his career. Christian with a sleeveless turtleneck, and I popped fucking huge for that. Brawling all over ringside, and Christian runs into the crowd. Close-up shots for the fans as they are fighting on the stairs. It's a fucking great way to blow out a leg. This match is wild and out of control, and it's fucking a lot of fun. Jungle Boy got his feet pulled out on the ring steps and took a perfect bump on the flat part of the stairs. It sounded incredible. Christian then takes Jungle Boy's belt off and proceed to beat the shit out of him with it. Fighting up near the casket, Jungle Boy locks in a snare trap and puts the shovel handle in Christian's mouth. It was a great visual. Concerto to Christian, and Jungle Boy slams the lid. Excellent match, really fun stuff. Trios titles up next, the Elite versus House of Black. This is what I was looking forward to most on the card. Kenny worked both Matthews and Malachi to stalemates to open the match. It was fucking amazing shit. Brawling and dive spots, tag spots, you name it, it happens in this match. Stuff I've never even seen before. If you're a fan of old school grab-a-hold matches, this fucking certainly ain't for you. Dante's Inferno on Matt Jackson and the new Trios champions, the House of Black, highly suggests for fans and wrestlers alike. That is how to do a six-man tag, and TK is impressing me thus far into the show. Women's title on the line next, Ruby versus Jamie Hayter versus Saraya. Every match has started fast, no build-up, just mixing it up from the jump. These women are no different, brawling all over the fucking place. It was a fine match. All the women got their shit in. Hayter wins with a crucifix on Ruby. Ruby turns on Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker, joins up with Storm and Saraya. Good call to put her in that group. Texas Death Match up next. Hangman and Mox are going to bleed everywhere, so if it's not your sort of thing, it's probably not best for you to watch. Hangman jumps Mox in the crowd during his entrance. You can only win this match by KO or submission, just an FYI. Mox introduces Bob Wire about 4 minutes into the match and a fork about 7 minutes in. Mox proceeds to lock Hangman in a triangle choke and stab his head with a fucking fork. This shit is completely bananas, okay? Mox goes under the ring for about a minute, comes out with a logging chain and 2 bricks, then proceeds to put Hangman's hand in between the 2 bricks and stomp on them, and then gave a picture-perfect pile driver on the chain. The shit's out of control. Hangman throws Mox over the top with the chain wrapped around his neck, and Mox taps out. Crazy fucking wild match. TNT title was on the line, Samoa Joe versus Wardlow. Super boring. Wardlow picks up the win and the TNT title after choking out Joe. Wardlow versus Hobbs this Wednesday on Dynamite for the belt. Tag team titles up next. Guns, Lethal, and Jarrett, the Acclaimed, and Oranghausen. It's all comedy wrestling. Guns win with the 310 to Yuma and Danhausen. Not what I would have done with the tag title match. Too much comedy. It's all comedy, really. FTR return post-match, and FTR versus Guns for the belts is going to happen. I'm cool with that. 60-minute Iron Man match, and the main event is up next. MJF versus Danielson for the AEW title. Danielson scores the first fall at the 35-minute mark with a psycho knee. MJF gets DQ'd via low blow, then scores 2 pinfalls consecutively off of that. Anyone who tells you that this match isn't incredible is not being honest with themselves, okay? MJF breaks the tie with a heat seeker to go up 3-2. Danielson ties it up at 3-3 with a tap out with just over 10 minutes left. Danielson had a single leg crab in for the last 30 seconds of the match. Time expired. Shivani comes down to the ring and says TK wanted sudden death rules. Next fall wins. MJF hit Dragon with an oxygen tank, and then was left at ringside by the doctors. MJF locks in the LeBell Lock, and Danielson taps out. It's this fucking crazy show. What a fucking great match. What a great show. TK really fucking impressed us. I mean, MJF fucking proved me wrong. I was wrong about MJF, so I admit when I'm wrong, and I was fucking wrong about MJF. Make sure that you tune in later today for Raw for Pro Wrestling 300. I've been Tatum, and you've been listening. Peace.